I will come today. I want to round up the message I started about 3 weeks ago. The battle between the destinies of a man and a woman and a man. That every man that created by God has a destiny. But some destiny are stronger than each other. And today I talk about Saul and David last Sunday. How the David's destiny was so strong and powerful than the King Saul. Then along the way, King Saul was disappointed in his journey. Then he began to pursue David until he died, and we saw Jonathan and the Mount Gilboa. Then that is the end of the era for King Saul. He also found this Saul has a strong destiny, but he's unable to manage the destiny. Then he died before his time. And when he was pursuing David, it's like when King Saul was around 60 years, King David was around 20 to 25 years. And yet, he pursued David. And because he noticed that the destiny of David is stronger than his own. Then today, I want to talk about the destiny of a man that we all know, that we use his name to pray. And I want to make him stronger. Then before he was born, there is also another person who are talking about his destiny. Two of them came after each other. Then the destiny began to speak. Then today I want to analyze what about the timing of the destiny, the timing of the destiny. Then I take my extract Bible from the book of Matthew chapter 14. Then verse 1 to 12. Matthew 14, verse 1 to 12. At that time, all these texts here, they report about Jesus. And he said to his servants, this is John the Baptist. Then he is rising from the dead, and therefore this power are at work in him. For Herod had laid hold of John and bind him, and put him in prison for the sake of Herodians. Then his brother Philip why? Because John had said to him, it is not lawful for you to have her again. Because John had said to him, it is not lawful for you to have her. Again, let me read. For Herod laid hold of John and bind him, and put him in prison for the sake of Herodians, and his brother's Philip's wife. Because John had said to him, it is not lawful for you to have her. And although he wanted to put him to death, he feared the multitude, because they counted him as a prophet. Verse 6. But when Herod's birthday was celebrated, the daughter of Herodias danced before them and pleased Herod. Therefore, he promised with a vow to give her whatever she might ask. So she had been prompted by their mother, said, give me John the Baptist's head here on the platter. Then the king was sorry. Nevertheless, because of the oath and because of those who sat with him, he commanded it to be given to her. So he sent and asked John, the head in prison, and his head was put on the platter and given to the girl, and she brought it to her mother. Then this disciple came and took away the body and went and told Jesus. Amen. Now, timing. I want to talk about the timing of the destiny, not that the battle between each destiny, which are stronger than each other. John the Baptist, the mother of John the Baptist, was Elizabeth. It took how many years before he conceived? Then he bears John the Baptist. Then John has been proclaiming the gospel everywhere that somebody is coming that is better than me, that can face him, is bigger than me, is stronger than me. So he opened the way for Jesus. But before that thing happened, according to this destiny that's stronger than each other, immediately the Mary visited Elizabeth, it's like a sister, in a house. Then the baby's womb peaked from the mother of Jesus. When he saw Elizabeth during the pregnancy, then the Elizabeth said to the baby, something touched me. Something moved in my stomach. That shows the sign that there's a connection from the womb of John that refer to the womb of Mary, the mother of Jesus, the day Mary visited Elizabeth. Then there's a connection from heaven, from the womb of the two women during the pregnancy. So nobody knows that thing is speaking about the future. That was St. Luke, the book of St. Luke. He visited Elizabeth. The spirit and the blessing of John touched Jesus in his mother's womb. The two of them communicated spiritually. But we don't know what they communicate about. Then immediately John the Baptist grew up as a man. They started by telling them, hear the voice of God. Hear the voice of heaven. Repent! That's your body that was speaking. And they would tell them, somebody is coming. They're better than me. So he was prepared the way for Jesus. When it's time for God to start his ministry, two of them could not meet one on one because of the destiny. Am I talking? They are not good to meet each other because there's a purpose why they cannot meet. So the disciple of John saw Jesus moving from one place to another, performing miracles and speaking the word of God. Then they visited Jesus and they went back to John and said, Sir, the person you're talking about for all this year, we are here today speaking the word of God around miracles. Then there is come follow us everywhere. And John told him, go back and ask him, is it the one they are talking about? Then they went to Jesus and asked the man again. Our God said, are you the one they're talking about is coming? And that one replied them, I thought your dad did not hear before. I thought your dad did not know before. I don't need to tell you that I was the one. They should discover that in his own spirit I was the one. So it sounds like an insult. Interrogative words that cannot reply. Then he knew that the day they met, there would be a problem. Because immediately Jesus faced him one-on-one. His destiny of John is over. I don't notice that it's going to be over for him. Because two of them cannot exist at the same time. Wow! Life! Another one to rise. That is why when the king never died, another king will not rise. Destiny. Let me tell you today. Sorry for that talk. I want to understand this. That's why I took it in a very simple way to understand the meaning. The same thing happened in this world. Some people will die before some people will rise. If you don't die, some you will never rise. In your family, there are people that are supposed to die before you can rise. If you don't die, your destiny will not speak, no matter how you pray for money tonight. Until they die. But many of us don't believe that it is possible for them to die. Let me tell you today. In Nigeria here, I remember in the film industry, there's a man they call Luku Luku. He's a comedian. In his own time, this man is the best of the best among all the comedians in Nigeria. Immediately, this Luku Luku died. Baba's way took over. His Baba's way destiny rise above every one of them. And that before, Luku Luku, Baba said, at the same time, but Baba's way, nobody knows him except some people that knows him from the village. Destiny. Some will die for another destiny to rise. Timing of a destiny. Either you pray for money tonight. If they don't die, your destiny will not rise. Try it out, every time it will not work. Then immediately, this thing very well. I'm taking this step by step to understand the timing of a destiny. When I say some destiny, we need to die, you say no. See, let me tell you today. There are people, if they don't die, you will never become a king in your family until they die. It's sad that they die physically or spiritually. One must take place in their life. But do you believe that you need that? You need to fight for that? Let me tell you. Let me tell you another thing that you need to know.
in time of Jeremiah, the prophet of God in the Bible, it's not the only prophet that time. I'm telling you the truth. Plenty prophet. Before he was on, there's another prophet. But he rise above them during the captivities. That is why his destiny become to dominate and rule over them. That is why if your destiny is speaking, is rising, you need to be strong enough, because there are destiny that want to rise and for you to come down. Timing. So immediately he gave a message to a man and to a lady that it's not proper for you, it's not lawful for you to marry so, and that one said, no other. I will catch you somewhere. Immediately they did the birthday. The lady purposely danced so that in order to confuse that king because of John. Because he has planned that he's going to finish this man today. When John was in prison, Jesus heard the news that he's in prison. He did not come around to rescue him. Just so you back. Just more and the Lord He did not appear in that place. He's too far away from the place because he knew that he must die. Then when they said they beheaded John the Baptist, nobody goes against the lady and the king not to behead him in the prison. With all the message and gospel and whatever else from one place to another. They know him as prophet. They own him as a strong man. But nobody intervened to his condition. Because Jesus knew this man must die for me to rise. They'll be proclaiming everywhere. And he's jealous of my glory and destiny. He must die. Then immediately they beheaded him. They brought the body to the disciple. The disciple of John became a disciple of Jesus Christ after his death. The local Bible tells Baptist. Go and look for the Bible. Ask among the Jesus disciples, 12 of them. How many of them was disciple of John the Baptist before? Go and find out on your own. That's an assignment for everybody. So they became a disciple of Jesus immediately. John the Baptist died. Suddenly within a month. And when then Jesus heard the news that John was beheaded, it's time for Jesus to pity him. He just neglect him and continue his ministry. Matthew chapter 15. No, yeah. The same Matthew. No, verse 13. Verse 13, Matthew 14, 13. Matthew 14, 13, the same way. Read, fast. Hey, use the mic. Let them hear the part.
Nígbà tí Jésù sì gbọ́, ó dìde kúrò níbẹ̀, ó bá ti ọkọ̀ lọ sí ibi ìjù. Òun nìkan. Nígbà tí àwọn ènìyàn sì gbọ́, wọ́n sì ti ìlú wọn rìn tọ̀ ní ẹsẹ̀. Jésù jáde lọ, ó rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ènìyàn, ó sì káàánú wọn, ó sì ṣe dídá àrùn ara wọn.
He had the news, so it's not far from that place. It's time for him to pity him. He just took over and said, let me continue to my journey. The same day, the following day, Jesus, under his preaching and teaching, he attended and preached for 5,000 people. They did not go home from the morning to the following day. And he make a bread. He make it big and multiply it back, and he satisfy and feed 5,000 people after the death of John the Baptist. He did not murmur him for 1 minute. That is why too many people. Your followers. When somebody want to rise, your followers will become that follower of the man that is still time for destiny to pick. Your property will belong to somebody else. That is why if your destiny is rising, then you better pray, because there are destiny who want to rise. So that is why today you make money, tomorrow you don't make any money, you become poor. Today you drive 7 cars, today you cannot drive one car. Before you count million today, you cannot count thousand. Because there are destiny fighting to rise above you. That is why so many people, you build a 2-bedroom flat, you are doing like a king in everywhere. Don't you know that 3-bedroom you say you build, in the next few years, you won't find it there if I'm not careful. I'm telling you the truth. Do you know how many people that build a house in this around the Bori before? I remember some years ago, very close to Yatosi's place that time. I remember when we went there for establish this says name the matrimony. I remember that time. All those houses in that area, they have been there for past years and years. They demolished all of them. They set them away. I can't imagine how many houses they just more than 1,000 houses. They send them away that land don't belong to them. It belongs to so people. And today, they build another estate in that place. Another people are living on the same land today. Those that have been there for more than 50 years, they are no more in that land. See how many people crying and die suddenly within a day. And the new people build another flat and an estate. Then they begin to sell that estate for the 2 years after. Is it not 10 million, 12 million? A 2-bedroom flat. And today, if you go to that place, you won't believe that place was the place anymore. It becomes another city, another area, and another parasite. Not when you see something that very beauty, you will say, this one is better. Another paradise. Find one. That is why so many people. What you achieve today is not enough for your destiny. If you are not careful, another one is coming behind you that will rule and swallow that one. So Jesus did not look back. John had the big one preaching everywhere. People are following him. 1,000. After his death, first time in history of Jesus said, 5,000 gathered the same under his ministry for the first time after the following day. That is why Bible is complete. It depends the way you understand the word of God. That is why some women, sorry to say, if your destiny is very strong, be very careful. Some men, if your destiny is very strong, be very careful. There are destiny who want to overthrow your own. There's a fear in the mind of John the Baptist that this man, the way his game is going, they will forget. That is why two of them could not meet one on one. Even when he died, Jesus did not go there to visit him or to appreciate him. He went away immediately and said, it's over. It is time for me. There's a pastor in Nigeria before. Pastor Bishop Dausa in Edo State, Benin. 1980s, it's one of the best pastors. One of the best pastors. The first pastor in Nigeria that we bought a jet in his own time. He was the first pastor in Nigeria that will travel to America, that will preach under the American Fellowship of whatever the word, American Pentecostal, whatever, everywhere. And when he's going, he will not wear a suit. He will wear the agbada, complete agbada, shining like a goat. He controls many presidents, many governors. He asked the white man pastor to stand up. When he's minister, they will stand up. And they will do like this up behind him. Then there was a particular man who appeared after some time from a Ghanaian, William Doctor. That man could not speak, could not write any English, could not speak English. Then he left Ghana to Nigeria here and he said he want to start the ministry. Then he met the Bishop Dausa, and that one told him, you are here for the ministry of God. Okay, fine. But you cannot write, you cannot read. But I'm sending to the midst of people who can write and read. And he said, sir, I could not read though. I said, join the people who can read, for minister who can read and write. Join them for the lecture for the seminar, for the training. So when they are teaching them in English and writing, this don't come out, the pastor will be looking like this. Look at them. Please teach me this one. Please call this one for me. Call this one for me. After they finish, there is no certificate for him. Then he was moving from one place to another. Then before we know it, some years after, he began to read and write small. He began to speak English small. Then after some time, the ministry began. He now started ministry, began to go small. Then they now invited both of them for a crusade. They invited the same pastor and Adausa to the same crusade. And when that one now heard that Adausa said he could not make it for the crusade. And after they followed, they now asked them, who did you invite for the crusade yesterday when I did not come? Who minister? They said, Bishop Dr. Winner. Said, from where? Said the same man that brought is one. And people like the ministry. Everybody was saying this is the best of the best. Then they began to have an issue. Then one day, the people who are following the Baba Daus at that time came to and said, Baba, this pastor, this Ghanaian pastor, it's as if all the place they used to invite you, is only one they are calling, and they don't even call you that place, it's only calling him. And they went to challenge the doctor and said, why are you taking the place of Daosa, his bishop Daosa? He said, tell the pastor, tell the Daosa, the bishop, that this is my time to shine. That they invited me, they don't invite him. I must be hungry, I'll be stopping me from doing the thing. That is my time to shine. A few years after, Bishop Daosa died. Destiny that rise above each other. So we want to pray this morning. But I have to put your understanding, because you have to understand some things that you don't know about destiny. Some will die. Some destiny will die for your home to prosper. But if you don't pray, it will never take it, it will never happen. And you will not rise beyond that level if that man is still alive, but doing his own. Destiny will come to stronger and stronger every day. You nobody be able to rise beyond the man. When Baba Dada is still alive in the 1980s. Anytime he's doing the crusade, when they march like this to the people down. When you notice that things are not working very well, things don't happen, they don't flow the way it's supposed to flow. If we look at the drum set, we look at everywhere. Then when they was doing a crusade, then the speaker and the engine, boom, baga. The light off, baga. What happened crusade? Then you took him, he sat there for almost 1 hour for them to restore the light. Then when he stood to the people like this, and he tried the right hand like this, and he said, hold on. Before we know, see people falling under the anointing. That was the day. The Babajide began to step down. Destiny began to step down for the Babada returns. Babajide was the pastor in CSA, the second general evangelist in CSA, but you don't know him. Destiny rise. Fall will down, we go down. They start that physically. Sometimes they can die physically. They can die spiritually. That they will not just speak anymore. Then one will stand to justice. That is why every day, every time, be strong enough to fight for your destiny. Stop behaving like a fool who does not understand that destiny. Don't have time to rest. The day you began to rest too much, then you find yourself running on the foot. So that is destiny between the John the Baptist and Jesus Christ. And don't forget, if you read the Bible is complete. It depends the way you read it or understand the word of God. And that's happened in the Bible. And they will never stop. Let me tell you, Ojukwu in 1967. They started the first school in 1960s. 63, 65, they are having an issue. Then 1966, everything scattered between the western region, the eastern and the north regions. And they said, who will dominate? See, we are 3 regions. Someone stand up to dominate. Then Yakubu stood up and said, I be the one. And Ojukwu said, you are too young to control us. We are the same rank. If I see you enter the military, you can't be the head. Then Yakubu, your own destiny was so strong that Ojukwu. Then they started the issue between themselves. Then from there, the civil war started. Since they could not solve the problem, they went to Ghana under the marine, under the sea for the meeting. Maybe they can settle the issues. And from there, Yakubu told you, this is my time for me. I'm 25 years. I want to sign that. Either you see me in the military. Let's wait and see which destiny is stronger than each other. Then they came back to Nigeria. Civil war 1967. July. I'm telling you, it was so tough. Then you get to a state, Yakubu go on. Join the Yorubas. Please come and support me. I need your help. I know you are very wise. And he called the Baba Wolowo. I know you are very wise man. Support me. I need your help. And that one to the one. You don't need to fight these people anymore. Block the road. Don't allow the food to reach to them. Within 2 years, they will cry. That is why a destiny needs supporter for you to be strong than me. When you have a supporter for your destiny, see, many destiny will run over your head like this. You will not grow. You will remain in one position. Say so you mean? Tó bá tẹ́ dásílẹ̀ tí ò bá láwọn tí ó ti lẹ́yìn Ọlọ́run kì í ṣe pé inú tọ́lẹ̀tì ló máa gbé àyè bẹ́ẹ̀ máa kú sí kò ní jáde sí títí ní tó tẹ̀lé. Then before you know it, 2.5 years after, then the Igbo land cry, everybody cry. Then there is no way they can survive. See their children eating a leaf in the sea, a weed in the bush. They cannot survive. They sick, nobody to help them. Then the Joko look at the back and say, this is over for me. Then he ran to France and he put the man, the flying fungi, to be in charge. And that one was a coward. That one don't have any strength to do anything. That one said, I don't start this thing. I want this. I want to this. And that was just surrender. That is why it took Ojukwu more than 25 years. More than that before he came back to Nigeria. Then he met the same Yakubu the one. And there's nothing he can do. He just shoot and say, I surrender. That's why too many people. Every destiny that need to be strong, that not to get to the top, need a supporter. No supporter, you cannot go anywhere. I told last week, climb and join a strong destiny that already moving up. Don't just stay me, you will die like that. Nothing can happen. That is just the issue. Not to prepare for prayer now. That happened to too many people. Destiny need a supporters. Your destiny cannot rise on its own. They won't be that. He got to stake in the Bible when King David, when his son was a king, his destiny could not rise anymore. He ran from city to the sea, to the village, to the wilderness. He cried, and he cried for help from Jonathan, the son of Saul. That won't rescue him again, because he needed support. Your destiny cannot fight on its own. You need a support. Your destiny could not fast, could not speed up. It needs something to. It needs a supporter to make it speed. Your destiny will not rise unless somebody pick him up. So that is why too many people, you need to pray. Let me tell you, every time, every season, God are making people. Is a maker. He make them and he give them opportunity and chance. That is why if you want your destiny strong, you have to fight. You don't give up. You don't stop saying I'm tired. You're always tired every time. What you see me? He mean oh this don't pan when you What you see me? I'm tired. Where are you tired for? Until the day you die, you must not tired of your life moving and strong like a rock. If you release the album, it does. Then nobody buy the album. Your album. You must not give up. You continue until the day your destiny rise. Am I talking? Papa Salai is the first comedian in Nigeria. in West Africa. Then when Sonny was a young guy, the Baba Sonny Ade was a young guy. He met Baba Salah at Sabo, very close, not too far from the Baba Ogunde place. So when they do the answer, Sonny tried to maybe he can become a laptop. So during the training, when they at him, Sonny will answer the pastor say, "You don't get this thing right. You want more? Oh, because he speak is from Ilesha. Pastor Aman so Gesha. You want more? Oh, go get it. Oh, my hearty. Please, let me just. Oh, the hearty. Like the most people look at boys say, "That person so look fumble." But one day, he saw Sonny's own corny. One play guitar. Oh, the crossing people. What can you play? Oh, so good. Loma corny belone. Fifi mule. Oh, I joke. This one pushes Sonny to become a musician. See, when Baba Salah after the film, they pirated the film. Then he has borrowed money from different bank. I like yourself for it won't cost this much of money, millions of naira at that time. Then they parade the film. They show the film before you even know that everything was scattered. But she won't be saying it. He thought he will rise again. Baba Salah could not rise again. He struggled, managed for 15 years. He could not make it. He could not. He tried. Then as he was going down, Sonny was beginning to blow. So that he's the first Nigerian musician that was signed by a promoter in America. Sonny was the first one. The man who signed Michael Jackson, the same man signed Baba Sonny. In his own time, very young guy at that time. Look at it. Then that was too many people. Sorry, today I want you to fake dìde tó fẹ́ gbé ẹgbẹ́ pọ̀. Wọ́n dẹ̀ ní wojú ẹ̀. Ṣé ọlá sọ fún ẹ pé mo dá yẹn mọ́ rẹpẹtẹ ni o. Èyí tó bá lójú sóun oṣù náà nìyẹn. Èyí tí ò bá dẹ̀ sùn kó dìde kó fight kádàrá náà. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀? Look at the Bible. Moses, he took this man. He was 40 years old when God told him he had lived in Egypt and run away. He thought maybe when he started that it's over. He walked under the in-law, the father-in-law again for another 40 years. He started ministry at the age of 80 years. But he was strong enough because he said, "This my destiny must stronger until the day I die." So if we want to pray, so as for you to do that, if I pray now, you should know what you want to say. So they pay ayamo ujura wono. Ayamo amagbeka. Ayamo kabodo particular today. Take over. Bishop Dawes was one that it's a godfather for Dr. Oyedepo. Baba Deboye was when the bishop was minister. Baba Deboye would start at the back, do like this, yes sir, that time. When Dawes is doing the performance, which Baba Deboye ma do be. Ọ̀gá ń sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn yìí báyìí náà máa tò sí bá number 10. Oh, they can do saying, okay. Baba yẹn wá kọ́ àwọn olùkọ́ báyìí, yes sir. Tó bá tún wẹ̀ yìí báyìí, am I speaking one? Yes sir. You do affect that door. Fún ẹni tí iye rẹ̀ bá ṣí tó gbàdúrà fẹ́ ká pè é. Torí àyànmọ́. Àyànmọ́ ìka máa kú kíkan lè dìde. Ẹ gbọ́. First Samuel, they said immediately David heard the news that King Saul died on top of Malkiba and his son Jonathan. Ẹ̀kú èké ló sùn. Ẹni àmọ̀rọ̀rọ̀ oníwà kú ẹ̀kú èké Dábìdì sùn. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ wáyé? Nígbà téèyàn ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó ní sọ́ọ̀lù tún kó àtọmọ rẹ̀ sórí kèké orí àpáta gbogbo à pẹ̀lú ọba ó ní ó dákùnrin ṣé ìwọ wà níbẹ̀ ó ní Mohammed ó nígbà tí òkú tẹ̀mí gan ni mo sá tí mo gun pàtó kú Dáfídì ní ó dá lójú onímọ̀ ẹni kọ́ ló pa o ìyẹn náà fẹ́ gba ògo fẹ́ gba glory ó wá sọ fún ó ní torí pé pàmílò Ọlọ́run ẹnu ẹ ó dẹ̀ sọ fún wọn ló pa kọ́ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀rí ẹ̀dá ìdẹ̀ sọ wọn ló pa bọ̀ Dáfídì ó wá ní kí gbogbo ènìyàn gbà wẹ̀ torí akọni tó kú nínú ọkọ ẹ̀ Solomon sọ pé Olúwo ṣe gbogbo ní ọ̀tá mi àyẹ̀pẹ́ máa tẹ̀ fún ọ̀dà adájú tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ. ẹ gbọ́ èèyàn lé ọ láti lọ sínú agídí fọ́dún mẹ́ta ọdún méjì àwọn ọ̀tá àdẹ́gẹ́ ló padà lọ mú létí àwọn ọ̀tá ọjọ́ kí náà tán lè kí iná tó wà rọ̀ lọ́wọ́ níbẹ̀ ẹ gbọ́ orí ọ̀tẹ̀ wa kú wa nínú ẹnu wa ní sàánú ẹ̀ irọ́ ló pa. ó mọ̀ wípé láyé kò sọ́ọ̀lù kò tó ìgbà kékeré báyìí wọ́n ní gbogbo àwọn ìjòyè ilẹ̀ Hebroni wọ́n ní wọ́n sì tó wá pé Dáfídì ìwọ lọ bá ka tìrẹ ti pẹ́ àwọn òṣèlú ọba nígbà tí sọ́ọ̀lù wà láyé pé wọ́n lọ bá ka orí tiẹ̀ ti pẹ́ ìtumọ̀ ẹ̀ ni pé tọ́ba kò bá kú ọba kò ní jẹ́ táwọn kò bá kú ní fámìlì ọkọ ẹ̀ wọ̀ nígbà káyé lójútu báwọn kò bá kú ní fámìlì ìyàwó ẹ̀ wọ̀ nígbà kí wọ́n kú ní ẹkú dìde bòrò ẹ̀kọ́tà mo dẹ̀ sọ bí amúra sá kí ẹja gbàdúrà àti ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run àti ẹni gbogbo àjọ nílùú àdúrà àwọn kẹ́ fámìlì wọ́n ya wèrè wọ́n kú tì mo ti gbọ́ ọkùnrin mi sí obìnrin mi tọ́kọ̀ ò bá kú kò lè lógo ẹ má bínú sí mi mo kàn fi sọ̀rọ̀ ní ìpẹ́dà pásẹ̀ má dájú ní ìparọ́ ọkùnrin mi tí ò bá kú ìyàwó lórí àyẹ̀mọ́ lò kì í ṣe pé bẹ́ẹ̀ mo sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lóbìnrin mi tí ò bá kú ọkọ ò lè jẹ́ èèyàn ṣé wàá lọ́lọ́run kíní kan lọ́lọ́run ní tó bá mi lẹ́rù Ọlọ́run a máa ṣàánú fẹ́ni tó fẹ́ ṣàánú fún ìtọ́lọ́run burú sí ti ẹnìyẹn a sọ fún ẹ wípé ẹni tí àánú mi bá ti píìkì láàárín yìí náà ló píìkì àánú ló fi ń ṣe o mi ìpàrọ̀ àánú ló fi ń ṣe àánú àmọ́ kíyèsí dáadáa tó bá jẹ́ ọkùnrin tí àyànmọ́ rẹ̀ tí ò bá ti máa takò tìyàwó rẹ̀ tí ò dẹ̀ sọ pé ó yà fi tó o bá kú ṣáájú kò sí bó ti wù kó lè tó àánú yẹn yóò máa ṣiṣẹ́ lórí ẹ̀ láì ní wàhálà yóò sì pẹ́ yóò sì dọ̀kú. tó bá jẹ́ pé àìwọ ojú mi kan ó lò ayé ó lòjú náà orí ẹ̀ máa burú kẹ́yìn ni ibi ó ti ń lé ibẹ̀ làdúrà yẹn máa gbà táwọn máa ṣògo tá a kú ṣáájú ìyàwó tí pàtó kó bá dé. torí ẹ̀ mo sọ ní 2 weeks ago be very careful wọ́n máa ṣe lára ògo àti àyẹ̀mọ́ èèyàn torí ó máa ń léwu ibi tó padà já sí òjijì báyìí ni kú máa pa ọ́ torí pé tó tí àánú bá ṣògo lórí arábìnrin yẹn ìgbọ́kọ́ ló máa kú kíákíá torí pé àyànmọ́ a máa lágbára jura wọn lọ àmọ́ ohun táyànmọ́ kórìíra láyé ni kí ènìyàn máa ṣe lára àyànmọ́ ènìyàn lábẹ́ ọ̀run yìí ní Nàìjíríà yìí àwọn olórí kan wà wọ́n kọrin àyànmọ́ wọn dìde ó dẹ̀ pẹ́ kó tó dìde lónìí wọ́n dẹ̀ débi tán lọ. èmi àyànmọ́ mi asáré fáfúrú bó ṣe dìde tó ráìsì báyìí tá a máa tọ́dún bẹ́ẹ̀ sí ó dẹ̀ tún lọ dẹ̀ tún bẹ́ẹ̀ ní gbọmọ́. èmi dẹ̀rẹ́ a máa dìde slowly bẹ́ẹ̀ tí a máa rìn jẹ́ yóò wá gùn yóò sì wá pẹ́ ẹ máa kúrò rẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà ìkẹ́dẹ̀rẹ́ ó máa sáré pírì ẹ pariwo lẹ́yìn ọdún díẹ̀ yóò sì tún lọ wáyé. àwọn tó ráyè mẹ́tẹ́ẹ̀nì tí wọ́n yẹn wọ́n máa ṣe díẹ̀ àwọn yẹn ni wọ́n yẹn tètè jábọ́ torí wọ́n kíyèsí pé àyànmọ́ pọ̀ lábẹ́ ọ̀run tó ń ṣiṣẹ́. sọ̀wọ́n náà kò kíyèsí mo ti gbàgbọ́ náà jí ní lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ yìí 2000 and something no 1990s àwọn tó rè olórí tó rè ń gbà rẹ pọ̀ ní pop music wọ́n máa ń pilẹ̀ rí it olórin pọ̀ kò sí lónìí wọn kò sí ìtẹ́gbọ́n mọ́ ndẹ̀ ṣe mọ́ wáyé wọ́n gbàgbé wípé gbogbo ìgbà ni àyànmọ́ ń dìde kì í ṣe nìkan ṣe mẹ́ta àṣìbẹ́ kí wọ́n tó nìkan wà lọ fi jẹ́ńjẹ́ lọ fi tẹ́ńpà nígbà ayé rẹ̀ lọ fi jẹ́ńjẹ́ lọ kò sí music record gan. ọ̀tún nìyẹn o àyànmọ́ ó ṣe ṣiṣẹ́ sí nìyẹn. tó o bá ti gbórin yẹn ní pati ò tí kọrin ìkan tí wà ìyẹn ìdó ìtìmáká tó ṣe rẹpẹtẹ méjì rẹ lónìí lónìí bó bá tan rédíò gan ọ̀ràn tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ kò sí rẹ́kọ̀dù wọn bá tẹ̀lé bá rẹ́ tẹ́tí kan wà bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ ṣe mo rí sìn kò mẹ̀tẹ́nì àyànmọ́ rẹ̀ torí pé ó gbàgbé pé ipa àyànmọ́ pọ̀ lábẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ torí rẹ̀ ẹ kíyèsí dáadáa ìkànnàgbà kan nàìjíríà jàgàjàgà mr lecturer sí lónìí ṣe mọ wáyé ẹnì kò láyé o ẹnì kàyẹmọ kò dé láyé tó àmọ́ tó bá fẹ́ mẹtẹ yẹn wàá jẹ akíkanjú onísọpọtù síbi ó ti rẹ ni tí ìjì bá tún wá tó débẹ̀ tó dá gbogbo ẹrú tó dá gbogbo ẹ wàá tún dúró pé màá la ìjì kọjá màá dẹ̀ gbúrẹ́ wàá tún dúró bẹ̀ ìbọn tí wọ́n tí ìjì bá ti gbé abẹ́gẹ́ báyìí ló máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa lọ sùn ẹjọ́ mi lè para mi ibẹ̀ náà nàyẹ̀mọ́ yẹn máa sùn sí torí ẹ èmi àdúrà díẹ̀ tó gbà ibẹ̀ ló kó parí sí tí wọ́n kò lè gbàdúrà too much mọ́ lóde sóòrù ti pọ̀ jù sóòrù free friday ẹ̀mí ìwọ̀n gbé ìgbà tẹ́wọ̀ gbé sóòrù ẹjọ́ kílẹ̀ mẹ́wàá gbé wọ́n ní kí ló ní olùwádìí gbogbo àtọ́ kójọ yìí they are 30+ sójà ó ní wọn lè jagun fún ẹ ó ní àtẹ̀sí wọn wà ní òun parọ́ nígbà tí ó ní ẹni bá lè mọ mi bí ajá nínú odò tí ò rẹ àwọn nìkan ní 300 péré látọ̀ parí something else àwọn dẹ̀ kó wọn lójú ogun wọ́n padà ẹnikẹ́ni òde kú láàrin wọn àwọn yẹn làyẹn mọ́ wọn máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ dalẹ̀ so kíyèsí káyọ̀ mọ́ lè ṣiṣẹ́ dalẹ̀ yé sọ pé ó ti sú mi o tógun bá ti ń jà ọ́ tógun débọ̀ wọn náà máa ṣe ẹ máa bọ̀ mi ò ní sá ẹ máa bọ̀ mi ò ní sá wàá tún fèsì ẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ láyé ṣe ṣe sí ẹ ò mọ tójú èèmọ̀ àti mọ́mì ríṣà a fẹ́ gbàdúrà ẹ lọ́wọ́ ti so ẹ pariwo Jésù lójijì agbára ti gbé àyànmọ́ dìde interpreter the power that raised the destiny ó yá wọnú ayé mi wá.
Enter into my life.
ẹ sọ lọ́dọ̀ wá agbára ti gbé àyànmọ́ dìde.
The power that raised destiny.
ó yá wọnú ayé mi wá.
Enter into my life.
agbára ti gbé àyànmọ́ dìde.
The power that raised destiny.
ẹ wọnú ayé mi wá.
Enter into my life.
ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin gbà á ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ gbà á agbára ti gbé àyànmọ́ dìde.
The power that raised destiny.
ẹ wọnú ìṣẹ̀dá rẹ.
Enter into my life.
àsìkò lọ àsìkò lọ ẹ wọnú ìṣẹ̀dá mi.
Enter into my destiny.
Jésù Olúwa wa.
Yeah.
ẹ tún gbàdúrà kejì.
You pray the second one.
ìgbà sani gbogbo nǹkan o àsìkò sani gbogbo nǹkan o ẹ
Time
fúnra.
is everything under the earth.
wo àti ẹ gbàdúrà kejì.
Pray the second one.
tó bá mọ tó jú rí.
If you know what to pass through in life.
chọ́ọ̀chì tó dúró lónìí.
Before we build this church today.
ọjọ́ tó da chọ́ọ̀chì wo ní sọ́wọ́lú bẹ́ẹ̀ ní fìbájú láyé.
The day.
omi bọ́ lójú ènìyàn.
Some people wept.
bí ẹni kò ti parí síbẹ̀.
Assuming it is over then.
àwọn tọ́mọ̀ gbaná lè sọ díẹ̀.
Those people that knew about that time can say something.
àpòyá aláwùsá bẹ ní ma ẹ fà àmọ́ kìíní kan mo gba Ọlọ́run gbà fún.
Our daddy believe in the Lord for it.
àwọn tó dúró dolúwa.
Those that wait on the Lord.
àwọn tó dúró dolúwa. a ó tún agbára wọn ṣe o.
a ó tún agbára wọn ṣe o.
wọ́n ó fi ẹ gòkè bí ìjì.
wọ́n ó fi ẹ gòkè bí ìjì.
wọ́n ó sáré kí yóò ní rẹ̀ wọ́n.
wọ́n ó sáré kí yóò sì rẹ̀ wọ́n.
wọ́n ó rìn àrẹ̀ kí yóò mú wọn.
wọ́n ó rìn àrẹ̀ kí yóò mú wọn.
èmi tó dúró dolúwa.
èmi tó dúró dolúwa.
a ó tún agbára mi ṣe o.
a ó tún agbára mi ṣe o.
àwọn ó fi ẹ gòkè bí ìjì.
wọ́n ó fi ẹ gòkè bí ìjì.
àwọn ó sáré kí yóò ní rẹ̀ mí.
wọ́n ó sáré kí yóò ní rẹ̀ mí.
àwọn ó rìn àrẹ̀ kí yóò mú mi.
wọ́n ó rìn àrẹ̀ kí yóò mú mi.
ṣùgbọ́n kò gbàdúrà.
I want you to pray.
lọ́wọ́ tún rẹ̀ sókè.
Raise up
ẹ
your
pariwo
right hand.
Jésù.
Shout Jesus.
àyànmọ́ wo ló fẹ́ já àyànmọ́ mi bọ́.
What? Which person that want to bring my destiny?
ọ̀run yẹn dáwọ́ rẹ̀ dúró. ẹ sọ́dọ̀ dọ̀. yes 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 ẹ̀yin ọkùnrin gbà á ẹ̀yin obìnrin ẹ̀yin ọ̀dọ́ gbà á. Aha 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 aha. Má jẹ́ ń jábọ́ ọlọ́run mi má jẹ́ ń jábọ́ ẹ má jẹ́ ń tọrọ bá kí n tọrọ bẹ̀ jẹ́ ò bá wa. Aha aha. Jésù Olúwa wa.
Amen.
Tún gba lẹ́yìn sí.
Pray this one.
Gbogbo àyànmọ́ tó yẹ kó kú káyànmọ́ mi lè fọhùn.
The destiny that's supposed to die for my own to speak.
O lè má gbà kó dákẹ́ ẹnu ẹ̀ kó ní wà kó ní pásítọ̀ yóò serious.
You might keep quiet and not pray.
Àwọn kan ń gbàdúrà lórí àyànmọ́ ẹ̀ kó wọlé káwọn lè dìde.
Some people are praying concerning your own destiny to seek so that they
So
can rise.
mọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ sá.
Don't you know?
Ẹbí obìnrin mi. Mo ní mo yín graduate lánàá. Ẹ kú
I had your son
congratulations.
graduated yesterday.
Dákà sáré pé káyọ̀ amọ̀ mi náà ni. Ó ti ní ṣe mọ́tò.
Hey,
Ẹ kú yíyọ lọ́la. Ìyá yín tán.
Hey, congratulations. They are deceiving you.
Lẹ́yìn bá kó lọ dẹ́.
By the time you now left, I say, God,
Ọmọ tó ń kó tiẹ̀ kà kankan báyìí.
my own son is not even educated.
Orí kan mú wálé.
He doesn't have anything to show.
Kí ni yàrá fi sórí kan fẹ́ mọ́?
What is it?
A máa finú ma gbàjọ jábọ̀.
Lord, let that son come down.
Kẹ́ gbàsẹ́ lọ́wọ́ mi ló máa pè.
I want the side to be sacked from work
Kẹ́ tẹ̀ gbàsẹ́ kó tún padà wá bá mi bì tẹ́lẹ̀
so
tẹ́lẹ̀.
that he can come back to me and beg.
Ló ń jẹ́ kọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀ àyàn máa mọ ló gbọ́ ẹ ọtí tẹ́lẹ̀ bíbí kó jábọ̀ nìyẹn. Ó yá ọmọ ẹ báyìí iṣẹ́ olúwa lọ́wọ́ mi báyìí.
Your son now, which work is he doing?
Bó ṣe jáde tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn báyìí.
Where is
A fẹ́
he?
gbàdúrà
You
kan.
want to pray?
Gbogbo ẹni tó ń gbàdúrà káyàn mọ́ mi kú.
Whoever that is praying for my destiny to die,
Èmi ẹ̀ di.
ever destroy them.
Ẹ sọ́dọ̀ lọ́la. Ó kọ́ yọ̀kọ́. Ẹ fi àmì ìdàdí. Bọ̀dú gbọ́dọ̀ káyàn mọ́ mi kú. Ọmọ ẹ fi àmì ìdàdí. Oh yes. Ẹgbẹ́ ẹyin tẹ wà níta ẹgbẹ́ dáadáa. Ẹja ní Gánárì ẹgbẹ́ dáadáa. Oh yes. Yes. Oh yes. Jésù Olúwa wa.
Amen.
Jọ́sí gbọ́ kó máa gbé ẹ̀kọ́ sí máa gbé fún mọ́mì lẹ́yìn ilé gbàgbọ́dọ̀ kan tán.
You pray more, one more.
See me.
Some people,
You are changing car, you are wearing clothes, things are moving fine.
ó ń pààrọ̀ ọkọ̀, ó ń wọ aṣọ tó ń wọ̀ ọ́, nǹkan sì lọ dáadáa fún ọ.
Ó máa lọ́ta
You have enemy.
ọ̀tẹ̀ pọ̀ gan.
Your foes are many.
Ṣé mo reason?
You know why?
Àwọn kan sọ pé ìgbà wo ló dé Èkó yìí?
Some people say, when did you come to Lagos?
That's first question.
Ìbéèrè àkọ́kọ́ nìyẹn.
Then number 2.
Ìkejì rèé.
Wọ́n mọ history ẹ̀, wọ́n mọ story ẹ̀.
They know your history and your story.
So báyọ̀ mẹ́sẹ̀ ń fọ yẹn.
As your destiny is speaking,
Ìbànújẹ́ ni fáwọn kan.
it's sorrow for them.
Ṣé yóò mọ̀ ṣá?
Don't you know?
Ìdẹ̀kẹ̀ jókòó sí.
Sit there.
Wọ́n ní Martin Luther. When he was doing the campaign
Nígbà tó ń ṣe
in 1960s, tán yé ilé
polongo
ẹ̀.
ìbò,
Tán yé ilé ẹ̀.
tó ń
Wọ́n yé ilé
gbókìkí ẹ̀,
ẹ̀.
wọ́n gbókìkí ẹ̀,
Wọ́n yé ilé ẹ̀.
wọ́n gbókìkí ẹ̀.
Then the father called him,
Bàbá ẹ̀ wá pé
Mr. Man,
arákùnrin,
they are monitoring you.
ọ̀ ń ṣọ́ o.
When I don't care.
Ó ní mi ò nání.
They are monitoring you.
Àná ń ṣọ́.
When I don't care.
A ní mi ò nání.
You are a black man.
A ní aláwọ̀ dúdú ni ọ́.
All people that support you,
Gbogbo àwọn tó ń ké òkìkí rẹ̀ yìí.
the day will happen, you will not see them.
Ọjọ́ tó bá ṣẹlẹ̀ ò ní rí wọn o.
I said, I'm all down.
A ní àwọn fẹ́ràn mi, wọ́n fẹ́ràn mi.
Ọgọ́ta máa pa pẹ̀lú ìmọ̀.
The day they now shot him,
Fans ò sí níbẹ̀.
there's no fans there.
Offset báyìí náà táyé. Ẹ tó pa wọ́n mú torí pé yẹn báyìí wọ́n mú tó dúró wọn múra ìgbà.
The person that even wasted his life was not apprehended up to now.
Bàbá ẹ̀ rí orí òkú ọmọ ẹ̀ báyìí ṣe ló bú sẹ́kù ní sàárè.
The father saw the body and he started weeping.
Ọmọ ẹ̀ wà láyé o.
The son is alive.
Ọmọ sọ lọ sí ṣẹgbẹ́rúkọ àmọ́ ọ̀rùkọ mọ̀ ẹ̀.
Do you hear concerning the children again?
Àṣírí ló sọ fún ìmọ̀
It's a
lọ́rẹ̀.
secret.
Sí ẹ kíyèsí dáadáa.
You have to be observant.
Ibo gan. Bàbá Mandela tẹ́ ń pariwo.
Mandela time that we are shouting,
at young age
nígbà tó wà lọ́mọdé.
ó lọ sẹ́wọ̀n ó lò 27 years.
He spent 27 years in the prison.
ẹ̀gẹ̀ sórí èdè nìyẹn ṣá.
Is it a good thing?
Labalaba lẹ́gbàá tó dé ìyàwó wọn àti ìyàwó ó ti fẹ́ra wọn lẹ̀ ìyàwó ti fẹ́lẹ̀
The
lẹ́gbàá tó dé.
outcome after he has come out from prison, the wife is separated.
ọmọbìnrin kan tó ti ní kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí.
He only had a daughter.
wo ẹ jẹ́ gbàdúrà dáadáa.
Better pray.
tó bá kàn lọ wé ṣàyàn mẹ́ẹ̀ torí kọ́lẹ̀ ni mo dá orí ẹ̀ òpè inú mi.
If you want people to be shouting your praise because and you wait for your destiny,
mo máa dúró síbẹ̀ ni.
I will stand
bàbá wọn
there.
fà.
I will fight them.
àyẹ̀mọ́ tó ti gbàdúrà kó parẹ́ káwọn kẹ́lẹ́ ráyè jíde.
Destiny they are waiting for.
báwa kan yìí kí tó fún mi pariwo Jésù lójijì.
Tell Jesus all of a sudden.
ta ló fẹ́ fi àyẹ̀mọ́ mi ṣòfò.
Who wants to waste my destiny?
ọ̀rẹ́ fàyè rẹ̀ ṣòfò. ẹ sọ́dọ̀ ọ̀dọ̀ ọ̀la.